Or should I say, Purdy? Holy crap, what the hell happened yesterday at Levi's Stadium? What happened at Levi's Stadium? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Shaska and I tell you what happened all morning. The Niners beat the Buccaneers 35-7. They punked the GOAT, or the greatest quarterback of all time, supposedly. I'll still take Joe Montana. But Tom Brady looked befuddled out there. He was rattled.
Down goes Brady. Down
the
goes Brady.
defense played at a high level. Christian McCaffrey, again, was special.
He's
not going to get any headlines, but McCaffrey was special.
He should. He's been incredible.
Incredible. But Brock Purdy.
Unbelievable, B.
Brock Purdy, as I say, good morning to everybody out there on the roadways. Drive safely. I heard Spinotti saying it. Drive safely. It's wet out there. It's cold. Don't rush. Drive safely. Everybody getting off their graveyard shifts. Drive safely. Good morning. Janitors, plumbers, electricians, strippers, teachers, students, cops, firefighters, rappers. Rappers are still asleep. There's no way they're waking up.
No, they might be up from the night before.
Yeah, they may still be up.
Maybe.
Yeah, they haven't got to sleep yet.
What was that?
All rise.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you.
Yeah, by the way, the Giants signed Sean Mania to a 2-year, $25 million.
We're not doing that. I'm not doing that today.
Way to sneak that in.
I'm too happy.
In the middle of the night, Giants.
First off, Saturday night was one of my favorite times of the year. A Saturday night special, if you will, Leonard Skinner. Celtics Warriors, just a fun game. I love Saturday night games in the NBA. And then yesterday's game against the GOAT, walking into that stadium, or driving into the parking lot and then walking into the stadium.
Yeah, because it takes you about 20 minutes to park.
I was blown away. First off, I want to give shout out to Sarah High School. They represented so hard at that stadium yesterday. The amount of Sarah alumni, I was blown away.
Well, first, if we're going to start there, it was a tough go for our NorCal high school football teams down in Saddleback. Sarah loses to St. John Bosco, basically a college team. De La Salle barely loses to Lincoln High School. They had a running back going to Georgia. De La Salle, they lose. San Ramon Valley loses its overtime. I watched that game. They lose to Granite Hills. That was a hell of a football game. Pitt gets blown out by Liberty in Bakersfield. Shout out to Pitt, who had a great season. And, of course, McClymonds loses to Mater Dei Catholic. So a rough go for our NorCal teams, but shout out to all those NorCal teams for representing us the right way. Lincoln did win a state championship. San Marin did win a state championship. So shout out to all the NorCal teams who represented well.
Well, and then seeing all the Brady jerseys walking into the stadium, I was like, damn, I underestimated how many Brady jerseys there were.
It was a lot.
And then it wasn't just Patriot ones. I couldn't believe how many Bucks Brady jerseys, and they kind of blended in the crowd because of the red jersey. And I was like, was it just me, B? I was like blown away how many Brady fans there were.
Well, and shout out to CSM as well, winning their state championship 55-0 over Riverside College. Omari Green, Jason Hardy, Cade Booth, what is happening. But what I had a problem with the Brady stuff.
What's that?
Is I got split cat syndrome.
Well, that's my buddy who did that.
I saw that. JJ, I didn't like it.
No,
I saw a lot of people like that. No.
That's his guy.
But so what? I don't like seeing a Brady jersey with the Niner beanies.
To each their own.
Like that's.
But you got to understand.
It's like somebody going to a Warriors game saying, "Hey, I'm a Warriors fan, but I'm also a LeBron fan, so I'm gonna wear a LeBron jersey with the Warriors hat."
Time out. LeBron didn't go to your high school. If he went to your high school and he did, Brady has donated more to Sarah High School than any player, more than Bonds, more than anyone. So there's
something there. I don't see anybody wearing Lynn Swan jerseys.
Yeah, Lynn Swan has
I don't see anybody wearing Pat
forever.
Burrell jerseys.
You know,
we don't. That's not
Greg Jeffries, line 2.
I'm not a fan of that. But anyway, to each their own.
Look, again, to each their own. I'm not mad at those people. And also, let's be real, B. This might be the last time you see him in person. Right? He's only played twice.
Unless he
now.
goes to the Niners next year.
We'll get to that down the line. But look, my point is, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Walking in and seeing all the Brady fans, I thought it was absolutely unbelievable. It felt big time. Early on, the crowd felt into it. You didn't know if the skies were going to open up and just start pouring. And the first play of the game, Purdy takes a shot like in Madden, like in one of those NFL hits videos from the 80s, and my heart stopped. And I said, oh, my God. And he jumped right up, and I said, okay.
Well,
okay.
I didn't think he was going to stay down. I knew he'd jump right up. But I'm not going to lie. In today's game, they're going to call that a flag.
I didn't think it was a penalty.
I didn't think it was a penalty
You didn't either?
Yeah,
I
thought it was a great tone setter by Tampa Bay.
100%.
Coming off the blitz, Purdy doesn't see it. Boom, he gets smacked. Then all of a sudden, he gets up, and it's on and popping.
He hit Kittle on that one play over the middle where he kind of like the only throw was slightly behind Kittle because that's where the window was, and then Kittle comes in and gets down, and it felt like he just settled in right there because he missed Debo in the flat, and I'm thinking, he looks rattled, and you didn't know where he was throwing to. I jumped the gun on that. He looked really good. He looked great yesterday.
He looked good. Look, if it's helmet to helmet, fine. I'm not gonna. I'm just trying to be how I saw it. I thought it was a clean football hit.
Was it helmet to helmet? It looked shoulder
he got
to
his
shoulder.
helmet on it, and then on the broadcast he said, "Well, he lowered his helmet." You know what? It's fine. If they're going to call that, they're going to call that.
To me, that's a tackle.
As just a neutral fan.
Yeah,
as a neutral, I'm taking my Niner jersey off. Imagine me taking my Niner jersey off.
Okay,
as a neutral fan, I thought it was a clean football hit. I like hits like that. We need more hits like that. But you know what? They called it. It is what it is. Next thing you know, they go down the field. McCaffrey has a big run.
Mm-hmm.
Debo has, of course, the touchdown run. Mm-hmm. Purdy hits Kittle out on the out route. And then all of a sudden, the second quarter, the avalanche happened. And the pass to Christian McCaffrey, that whole
drive.
He
stepped up three times.
The ball, what I love is the ball skills in the pocket. He manipulates defenders, whether it's faking with the ball, shoulder fakes, head fakes.
The
step up in the pocket.
And then he's got the different arm slots to throw it away. The one he threw to Debo, and everyone's like, oh my God, like everyone held their breath. That's a hell of a play. He steps up and doesn't get sacked on that one, then throws a touch pass over the linebacker underneath the corner to Debo. I don't know what to say. To me, we could say it's only one game. Yeah, it's only one game, and it was an incredible start.
It was an incredible start. The Ray McCloud play, stepping up there, hitting Ray McCloud in the window. It didn't outside the numbers deep. If there's one knock on Jimmy, and I'm not here to knock Jimmy Garoppolo.
Today's about Brock, not about Jimmy.
Today's about Brock. But Jimmy, one thing he struggles with is throwing deep down the sidelines. Is throwing down the field on the sidelines, outside the numbers. And I thought Brock would struggle with that. Well, he didn't yesterday. Hitting Christian McCaffrey right there at the pylon. Beautiful throw against the blitz. And one thing I'm noticing about
the guy.
Yeah, no doubt. One thing I'm noticing about Brock is against the blitz, he stands in there and he delivers dimes.
He got cracked.
Teams are going to look at the scouting report. They're going to watch the film and say, you know what? It's probably best we don't blitz this guy. Because against the blitz, again, we saw it against Miami.
Yeah.
We saw it against Tampa yesterday. Against the blitz, Brock will kill you.
The identification and the processing of what the defense is trying to do, he is so fast at seeing where to go with the ball, at seeing where the misstep is. On that CMC play, the cornerback, like in Madden, when you're in strafe mode, you're like squared up to the line. As CMC's running by him, and he's like, oh, I'll take that. And maybe he doesn't have the greatest arm strength, but it reminds me of pick another sport, of a guy who maybe isn't the greatest athlete, but he's so smart and he's so crafty, he knows how to get his shot off, or a left fielder like Barry Bonds, who doesn't have the greatest arm, but a quick release. The way Brock processes it, he makes up for the lack of arm strength.
No doubt.
Like the Ayuk play, he kind of underthrew him.
Right.
It's a touchdown. All I know is they scored 35 points.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that. We did that so much as a fan base with Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, he threw it behind him. Well, he threw it underneath him. I remember the Ross Dooley play in L.A. where he hits him down the sideline, down the left sideline.
It's a big play.
They beat him 31-14 there. Well, he kind of underthrew Dooley. We're not doing that. He connected to the receiver. The receiver caught the ball, and you got a big chunk play. Yesterday with Ayuk, they used the shoulder fake.
The
double pump.
Yes.
And by the way, Brendan Ayuk with a great route, the stutter and go. The Logan Ryan got cooked on that play, and he hit Brendan Ayuk. Look, he had to wait on it a little bit. He got it there. Touchdown right before the half. You go up 28-0. Two straight weeks. Purdy has looked like a master in a 2-minute drill.
Let me give you his third down numbers. I couldn't believe this. Third down the last 2 games. Not one game, 2 games. 15 of 17. That's an 88% completion percentage. 127 yards. 2 touchdowns. 0 interceptions. 9 first downs. He's converting 52% of his third downs. You want to talk about money downs? Those are them. How about in the red zone, B?
Yeah, the red zone. The 2-yard touchdown was beautiful.
How about him scrambling for a touchdown?
Poise.
I hate to say it. I'm just going to throw my hands up in the air. Why not the 49ers? Why not Brock Purdy? I know it's week to week. I get all that. I'm looking at Kyle Shanahan, B, too. Everything that's gone wrong this year. Think about it. They've lost running backs. They've lost tackles. They've lost both quarterbacks. They've lost a cornerback. Now, I don't know if this is his best coaching job. You can say 2019. I'll listen.
Well, I think he should be in the running for Coach of the Year.
They got 9 wins. They've guaranteed themselves a winning season. If they win on Thursday, they win the West.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Thursday's
He's been incredible.
Thursday's a hat and T-shirt game for the 49ers. Seattle loses to Carolina. You go up to Seattle on Thursday. It's a hat and T-shirt game. All of a sudden, you're celebrating the NFC West with 3 games to go. 3 games to go. That's where we're at here. So Brock Purdy, it was his moment. It was his time. You see his parents in the game, at the game,
that was really
crying.
Cool.
That was a really cool moment for him.
Man.
To hug his dad after the game, to hug his mom. You see his family members right there. His dad's crying after the first touchdown. When he threw it in, and the one thing, too, you know me, I love swagger. This kid's got some swagger.
And when he jumped in the air after the touchdown run?
He jumps in the air. He's high. He's fist pumping in the air. He's got the double guns pointing.
The team's responding to him, too, B.
And Greg Olsen, so I watched it back last night, and I had to. And Greg Olsen says something. He goes, the reaction from the sideline on some of these throws is unreal. So the drive where they go up 21-0, the first drive, and Shanahan's dialing up first down passes, which I like, play action passes. First down passes. I love that.
And he had some beautiful plays where you had wide receivers coming across the formation in pre-snap. Yep. He had some really beautiful play designs.
No, he did. Shanahan was in his bag yesterday. He's doing a hell of a job. He should be in the running for Coach of the Year, but guys are going to look at Dan Campbell. They're going to look at Ron Rivera. I get it. They're going to look at
they've overcome.
They're going to look at Sirianni, whatever. But you see Brock. You see Brock on that drive where he goes 21-0. I still thought there was a lot of game left. And then we'll get to that in a second.
But
that first down throw
even
to
up
Deebo
28-0, I thought Brady might have a chance.
I thought it was over. 28-0, I was like, this one's over. They're not coming back against this defense. No. Not with that offensive line. Not against this defense. Not against Bosa. Not against Dre Greenlaw, who had 15 tackles yesterday. Forget Pro Bowl. He may be a damn all-pro. He may be an all-pro.
And then him batting the ball to himself on the interception.
He's athletic. He's a freak.
Before you continue on this drive, because I know you want to get there, at some point, how many times did Brady throw an intentional grounding that didn't get called? He was crying to the officials the whole game.
He threw the ball 55 times yesterday, and it was like, damn. And there was a lot of checkdowns, throwing late over the middle. He hit his hand. Ebukam hit him one time, and his helmet hit Brady's hand. Yeah. He was hurting, and in the next play, he threw a pick. But even later on in the game, and this is what happened to Tua. When you get a pass rush, and they're coming up the middle, they're coming on the edge, you can't set your feet.
Yeah.
Your feet becomes happy. All of a sudden, your footwork becomes a mess. And we saw it with Tua Tagovailoa last week. And we saw it this week with Brady, where all of a sudden, throws that you usually make in your sleep, like the 4th down throw to Mike Evans, where he underthrows
he skipped it.
Scotty Miller down the sideline where he had his man beat. He underthrew it. Why? Because the rush is getting to him. So even the best quarterbacks in the league, boy, they struggle against pass rushes. And this pass rush right now with the 49ers is unbelievable.
Did you notice they moved Bosa inside toward the end of that game? And I just felt like he was just game wrecking it. And he could have had like 4 sacks in that game.
No doubt.
God, what a great game. Get to that drive, though, because that drive was impressive. Because 21-0, I still felt like this is a game.
Well, 21-0, right? So Purdy does a sneak. He hits McCaffrey. I don't even know why it was reviewed. Obviously, he bobbled it a little bit.
That was the weirdest review.
It was the weirdest
review.
review.
And then the chance,
the chance with Purdy, I got goosebumps with that. I got goosebumps, and I was stunned. My jaw was dropped. Everybody in our section was like, is this really happening?
Yes.
And Anna went to the bathroom. She came back, and she was like, yo, this kid was just telling his dad, I need a Purdy jersey. I need a Purdy jersey.
It's unbelievable.
We'll get the Berlant to Purdy at an appropriate time. Today's not the day. But I thought that next drive was the key to the game, where they stuffed Tampa Bay down in the red zone. Tampa Bay scores. It's 21-7. All of a sudden, the pressure's back on the 49ers to go through a drive and try to make something happen. There's no Deebo Samuel.
No.
And I'm thinking, okay, 21-7. Tampa Bay gets a stop.
I know.
They get the ball to open the second half. You got a whole new ball game. There's a lot more pressure on Purdy in the offense. That defense stood up time and time again.
Jimmy Ward.
Bent. They tried to attack Jimmy Ward all day long. Did not work.
No, he looked great.
They tried to attack Dre Greenlaw. It did not work. They tried to attack Diamador Lenore. It did not work. So to get that stop inside the red zone, I thought was huge. And then to go right back down the field and score, go up 28-0, I thought game was over.
Was it right before the Ayuk touchdown pass where he threw the interception? Okay, so on that play, the DN made a hell of a play on that one, right? And you could say they got bailed out, and I'll listen to that. Like, okay, but this is what I'll give Brock, and this is, I think, my biggest point when I'm watching him. His ability to overcome the mistake by the other team and then gash them with a big play, it's incredible. It's really incredible. That's one of those ones, like most guys, they get a little gun shy after they throw an interception. They kind of get into their shell. They get a little worried. Because once they hit the Ayuk touchdown, didn't it feel like, oh, my God, this is real? This is, I don't even know what to say.
The interception was huge, and I get Tampa Bay's gripe.
Well, Mike Evans was like coming onto the field ready to kill an official.
Dude, well, you watch it back, and it was like, oh, they.
It was a
back.
ticky-tacky call, right? Am I tripping?
It was a bad call.
Yeah.
It was a bad call. Tampa Bay got jobbed there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain.
That was a hell of a play by the DN.
It was a hell of a play by DN.
He faked it. It was a Jimmy pick.
It was a hell of a play by DN. They called defensive holding. I was like, oh, my gosh.
We got bailed.
Yeah, they got bailed out.
They did.
And next play, boom, touchdown.
It was the very next play.
I think it was in the very next play.
Wow, that's incredible. And then McCaffrey. Some of the runs from McCaffrey, I was telling Spadoni in the pregame show.
Yeah, it was the very next play.
Oh, there you go.
Throwing an interception.
Yeah.
Next play, 32 yards, stutter and go. Hits him. And give Shanahan credit for trusting Brock Purdy to throw it down the field.
I was going to say it felt like, and we're going to get lost in the sauce, and because Brock was awesome. Their blocking on the outside was spectacular yesterday. And I thought McCaffrey was picking the holes perfectly, and his familiarity in the outside zone, he's getting better and better and better. Yep. And he toe-tapped and wiggled through, and then, boom, burst for another 8, 9, 10 yards.
What a trade. What a trade.
You called this You called this 2 months ago. It has changed the Niners offense.
I mean, getting a home run hitter in the backfield. You got a great defense.
Right?
Purdy's pocket presence blew me away. Now, again, I'm going to take it week by week. But you got a vulnerable Seattle team on Thursday. Not going to be an easy game. But, man, without Deebo Samuel, we'll get to Deebo Samuel. Reports are he may be out 3 to 6 weeks. You hope to get him back by the playoffs. Thankfully, it's not anything worse. Crushing. Oh, so close. Because he got up.
Yes.
And he got back down, and it was like, oh, you got to bring the cart out.
And then when the cart comes out, all the players are dapping him. When I see players dapping him at a game, I'm like, that's not good.
It's not good.
And so my heart sank because this guy's a gladiator.
He is. Deebo's a good player, man. He's a really, really good player. But and we'll get to Jerry Rice's comments. Jerry Rice didn't like to run up the middle in the second quarter. Look, man, you got to do what you got to do it for Shanahan. You got to get playmakers the ball. Guys get hurt. I saw some people complaining, it's 28-0. They don't give Christian McCaffrey the ball. What are they going to do, bubble wrap everybody? You only dress 53 dudes.
But if you want, okay, just for a second, if you love the Deebo touchdown on the very first drive, like, that's from the running back position, essentially.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. That's the way. How is that different from their screen passes that they throw to Deebo where he's getting plastered? Okay? Like, that's the way that guy plays. And it's unfortunate. He got twisted and bent around. We're lucky it's not worse. I thought it was ankle, knee, and the other ankle.
Yeah,
both ankles got crushed.
I didn't know what happened there on that play, but he got smacked. He left the game in the second quarter, but the Niners win 35-7.
He was wearing sick Jordans. The black ones with the red.
You know what he did, too? It's the Christmas season. It's the holiday season. He gifted a bunch of kids with some Cherry 11 red Jordans.
No, he did. I didn't know that.
Hooked them all up, dude.
Really?
It was pretty cool, man. You had Curry's Christmas yesterday.
Really?
But Deebo hooked up these kids with some Jordans. That was a pretty cool moment.
That's pretty cool.
That was cool. And they were at the game yesterday.
That's pretty cool.
Saw them before the game with the fresh J's on the field.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty cool.
Man.
That's pretty cool.
So Deebo
By the way, the saxophone. We're gonna forget the saxophone to start the game, where he held it for the plane to fly over.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
I got goosebumps. That was badass.
It was a big game, though. It was packed yesterday. It was packed. People wanted to see Brady. When he threw that touchdown pass to Mike Evans and he got called back,
I got silent.
Well, the Brady fans were loud.
Oh my
they
God.
were loud. And they sat right back down, and they were pretty quiet the rest of the game. So, anyway, 888-957-9570. Your thoughts on yesterday. Is Brock Purdy legit? Is this for real? Is this guy, does he have it?
Feels like it.
Does he have it? Brock Purdy mania here on the Morning Roast.